So welcome back YouTube, we are back at this one. Remember this one we was fitting an ensuite. So we're fitting an ensuite, so we're back today. We are going to be fitting the sliding door on here, but also while I'm here, we're going to be fitting a bath. So yeah, got the baths fitting here and put some stabs out for a shower. So sliding door, bath, get on with it. First one on site, there's no one here yet. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of these connections on here because I'm going to put some new ones on and look at how I'm going to bring these out. I mean, I would like to sweat them off really, but there's a lot that could go wrong there right there. And also we've got to think about battening the wall for the bath to sit on. The waste, that's going to run all the way to over here somewhere. So, but yeah, I think I'll get the water off, get it drained down, sort out the water while I just wait for my mate Chris to turn on. Right, so turn the water off. It's next to this big contraption here. I'll show you what that is in a minute. So let's just pop that off. The arm all the way in there. There we go. Right, so this is a Glendale Pulsar coil 2000. If you haven't seen one of these, basically an unvented cylinder. So that's like a store of hot water there, works off immersions. And what it does is the pump, when you draw hot water off, the sensor senses it, pump kicks in, drags the water out of here and heats up this plate heat exchanger, a little bit like a combi. It's got a little open vented system, so it's got a little tank on the top, so no need for D2, nothing like that. Yeah, I mean, look how simple that is. Little board there, that's all it really works on. Nice simple system, pump, plate, sensor, that's it. Customers like, oh, how do we get this out? Or do we replace it? I was like, just leave it until you have to. Because if you ever have to replace one of these, just get in touch with Glendale and they'll tell you exactly what to put in, because I do a replacement for this one. But yeah, if you haven't seen one, there you go. Right, so water's off now, let's get these out. Little tip underneath, I'm going to replace them for isolation valves. Do the same on the other side and see where the line up when we put the bath in. Might have to, yeah, we'll have to get rid of that, sort that out. And so we should need two stabs sticking out for the shower. So as you can see, we decided not to burn the flat down. I'm going to get in there and press, so I'm just going to cut a channel out of here so I can pull this pipe up here and connect it onto there, coming out of there. Same on that side. Yeah, I'm all going to risk it because a lot of insulation going there, plasterboard, it only takes one lick. You've seen a video of mine, you might have seen a video of mine where I had a disaster where I didn't know what was behind the plasterboards, the flame licked a bit of tissue and it all went up, nearly burnt the house down. So yeah, I think I'm going to get in there and press, to be honest with you. So yeah, just cut out that fitting, get in there with press. Much safer option. Another advert for angled jaws. Yeah, I wouldn't have got it in a normal one. Gun's nearly quicker than that, so it needs a new battery, but that is one all done. So they will tell them to keep them 150. Yeah, connect onto the bath there, just do the same on the other side, and that'll be the shower. First fix, happy days. Exactly the same on the other side, just cut the groove out so my pipe can move up and down. I'll just pull the other feet. Yeah, so you can see that where that groove is, I'll just push that up, and I've already marked the pipe. I need two hands, but there we go, hold on. So yeah, line it with that groove, line it with that pipe, then I can get in there, there we go, and press it, and obviously make sure that my pipe goes all the way down on that one, and all the way in on that one, straighten it up, and tell them it's 150 for the shower, or whatever shower they get. Sometimes it ain't 150, 9 times out of 10 it is, but it depends what shower they get. So I'll press the top one, press the bottom one, stab sticking out, bosh, shower done. Alright, so I finished all in here with the first fix, a couple of cap ends, water's back on, happy days, so that's ready for the bath to get in. Chris has just arrived. Now, the cladding that's left over, what he's going to do, he's going to clad this area, take the skirting board off, clad it so it's the same as this, and it'll look proper smart then, because obviously we have to cut it out. I'll show you the end result once Chris has finished. Coming along, it's looking good, look at that. Looking good, doing very well, mate. I like it. It looks a lot better than what was there before.
What was there before?
Just that wood, wasn't it?
Oh, what?
So we have been able to set the skirting off because the skirting's like proper thick. If we'd done that, the floor up to the skirting. So we're going to have to leave the skirting on. just do from the front. But
we just cut wrap it.
Just cut wrap it and it'll look absolutely fine. It'll look great.
Fantastic. Oh.
There you go. Chris is just finishing the finishing touches to the cladding around the sink and the toilet. I get in trouble for calling that a sink when I do it online. Honestly, everyone says it's not a sink, it's a basin. What do we call it in the Midlands, Chris?
I just call it sink.
You call it the toilet because you're pissing it. There you go. I'm just going to caulk that side and the other side, but that looks a lot better than caulk the skirting as well. But yeah, let's finish it off nicely. Right, so bath is here. Should have a quick tidy up after fitting that cladding. See if we put some holes in the wall. It's because we want to find the centres where the metal beams are. Because it's not woody, it's metal. So there's one there, and it's 450 centres. Normally, if you find one, it's over 450. So which went back that way. We've got our centres there, and a bit of timber because you want to batten your bath now. The amount of baths that I see that haven't got any timber behind them sink after a while because of the weight in there. I've actually got a landlord at the moment. He had it fitted 2 years ago, the bath, and it's completely sunk. He actually asked me to go round to reseal it. I could literally get my hand underneath on the one side. So yeah, make sure you batten your bath, give it a nice extra support. The legs won't do it. The legs and the silicone won't hit it. You need to batten it. So I'm just going to put the bath together, put the legs on, put the battens in, fit a bath. So any bath you get will come with instructions to put the legs on. So this one says you need to put this one 100mm away from there, which we've just done. And this one, it'll give you a measurement. It just gives you a rough guide, so that can go there. Do not get your screws mixed up, because the only short screws that go in there. Don't end up putting them screws in when you've only got to put the little self-tappers in. You might laugh, but I've seen it happen. I've seen people make that mistake and have screws sticking up in the bath. So yeah, put these bases on. Then we need to measure the height of the chosen panel so we can get the batten on the wall so it just fits in perfect then. It should do anyway. So let's get this screwed on, then we can get the metal bolts on, which Chris is just doing, is just setting all them up. Then we can get the height of the bath. So to get the height of your bath, that is 515, add 10mm. Just to get because the floor's got to go down. It's 525. So we want this bath 525. When we put the wood on the wall, it's going to fit underneath here. So for the wood of the wall, we just need to 525 take away that, if that makes sense. It'll make sense as I start recording, trust me, but let's get the legs on and yeah, just set up the height first. So what we've done is measure from the lip of the bath there to the foot, 525. And just done that all the way around. So it should be the right height now for your panel. One thing I noticed though, I think they've gone with a riser. You know, like the one the same in there, same shade as what's in there. They might be a bit too high. Oh dear. We can sort it though. We can knock the wall out and sort it. You can see Chris now is just marking line. What you measured there? 525? For the batten sit on.
And then your bath there, and then your bathroom with the door on it.
There you go. That's how you do it.
So
which one?
This one.
Okay.
I need a screw that you...
Screw in my hand. There you go. Screw that.
Come in. Just need focus.
I'll hold you.
Sorry, I'll just swear then, mate.
Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, happy? Happy?
I'm happy.
You've gone too well,
I ain't gone too well. Well, just get the spirit level on it.
I'm going in a minute.
Take it in.
Reached. Hang on, you've got one of them screws here? Let me see if it reaches the metal. No, I don't think it's going to reach, mate.
You're joking?
Oh, it should do.
Quite long screws them on, mate.
Try and get next to it. I've got some long screws in the van anyway. That's the one. Just missed it.
There you go, just do that all the way along. There you go, the bath's all in place, got the levels on, make sure it's nice and level. We did have to cut them bits of timber out just to get it in. It's going to be a bit of a gap there, but don't forget that's got to be tiled, so yeah. You ain't going to get nothing, you ain't going to get a 1720 bath, so it's going to be 1700. So what we're going to do now is take it out, put the taps in, put the waste in. We have overshot on this timber, so we am going to cut this down a bit. We've got another support in there. We're going to put another support at the back, support there, and it'll just be a complete frame then. And that is screwed straight into the joints behind here, the frame. So yeah, doing alright this one is. While Chris finished off the framing there, I'm doing the tap. So what I've done is took a measurement from that end to that end, then the centre, from there to there, then the centre, put the tap spout in line with it, and now then cold and hot position. So I can just get under there, mark, get under there, mark. Sorry, you ain't even watching what I'm doing, I mean. Mark there. So you can see now I've got one mark there, one mark there, up there, centre, up there, centre. There you go. I'm going to drill the taps. You get one chance at least, so you got to make sure you get it right. So I will double check them measurements now, then cut the back. I hate it when he does that. One. Hopefully I've got this right, mate. If I ain't, I'm bugging.
Why do I never doubt you?
Never in doubt. Well, so what we've got to do now is tighten the nuts on, and that is the tap all in. Obviously I'll get onto there with a spanner, tighten them up. There we go. Put landscape. There you go. I've got a job for Chris now. We don't realise that YouTube is actually landscape. Yeah, that's the tapping. Chris has got the wibbly wobbly sausage, which is the waist. It's a, I'll tell you one of them. Is it one of them?
Yeah,
twists?
turn this and it opens it.
Don't like them, the snap. To be honest, them snap, then you got to try them here. Anyway, it's what the customer wanted. So. To get the waist in, see we've already fed it through. You just put a big bolt through and tighten it in. Chisel, big flathead chisel, 50p piece, works well. Your biggest screwdriver you got, anything really. But that'll just compress the seal just here onto the bath, ready for the waist. Then this part here, just feeds through there with a washer, tighten it on, and that should be the bath dressed and ready to go. And the overflow just twisting, same as that one, but a bigger surface area to get onto with the seal. There you go.
Where's that?
That'll be, mate. That'll be fine. We'll be able to test the overflow, don't worry. Yeah, so that's got to go at the bottom, so you don't see the screw, just like that, and that will turn then to do your waist. After. We'll leave that there. Nice safekeeping. But that is, yeah, that's it, ready to go. What we're going to do though is just peel off this bit of the protective film here. See, that's got to be silicone to the wall. All on this side, all on that side. So what we'll do is put it in position, put the silicone in, then push the bath into position. But the woodwork should be ready to go. I'll show you what Chris has been doing with the woodwork. Oh, just before I do, this is the hole saw that I used, the Bosch set. Over 100 quid this was, and I've added to it. It is well worth it, trust me. If you've got a cheap hole saw set, I'd recommend that. Absolutely love it. But yeah, there you go, there's the frame. There's the frame ready to go. You can probably swing on that. Probably do want another support in there though. It'll only take two, yeah. Cut a bit of wood just to get in that corner.
Yeah.
And that corner, just both corners, then while we got it. I paid for it, so I might as well just, yeah, use it. I can use it on nothing else. So, yeah, just quickly cut them, and 2 extra supports in the corner, bath's ready to go. Cheers, mate, thank you. Couple of last connections, I'll just put both the flexes on. New waist, new Viva waist on there. See, I've been using my paste, put it away. So yeah, flexes and ready to go, traps ready to go, frame ready to go. Chris just having a tidy up, and we will get the bath in. Try to set the camera so you can see us putting the bath in. Hopefully you'll see something. Yeah, watch your dollies. Watch your dollies. Women.
Right, that's probably one here, aren't you? No,
You go.
me too.
Me too.
Watch me.
I told you to watch your dollies.
Oh, damn it now. Come on, with it. Lift up. Hold in the hole.
There we go, there's your hand. So you can see the bath's all in there. We just tightened the feet down, screwed them down. No, we haven't screwed them down. We will screw them down in a minute once we've pushed it back. You see the silicone all the way around. Can't do that because there's going to be too much of a gap. And now Chris is just going to push it back, and it will just seal right up against there. Lovely. There you go. That ain't coming nowhere now. And we'll just smooth all this off. And obviously it's going to be tiled and then siliconed again. So there you go. There we go. Do you want to see the waist? Check this out. You couldn't have got that any better, look at that. Oh man. Yeah, I think I'll just about get that. So the waist, yes, I've redone it because it was putting too much strain when I was trying to connect it onto there, so I've just repositioned it there, going down to there. See, waist still done, all I've got to do now is get underneath here, fit them flexes. Just too close to the wood. Oh no! That's overrode my mate Chris. So the flexi will fit now because we just notched that, but it's putting too much strain on the flexi. So I need to get under there, cut them out. Put some isolation bars just so come straight out so the flexis have a bit more room to come down. Because last thing you want is a flexi under tension. Flexis under tensions can pop, so yeah, just going to do that. Much better. So the waist is much better. The water connection is much better. Yeah, that's all it. Water's back on. Waist is done. We'll check it for some blood pressure there. Check it for legs. Sealed up all around the outside. So now we can tile, seal again. You are getting our legs and that. Yeah. To make up that, you can just stick on some plasterboard then tile to make up the gap. It'll be fine. Be absolutely fine. If you're wondering about these, don't worry. They move, so they're nice and straight. We've checked the head of the shower. It's between 850 and 900 it can be.
950.
So we've got like a metre. And there's the bed, so that's plenty on there. Chris is just going to screw the legs down, that should be the back all done. Barring, filling it up to the overflow. This is by far the most boring bit. Waiting to test the overflow, so I've just got the back filling up now and waiting for it to hit the overflow to make sure it's all okay. Good pressure though, so at least I won't be waiting. I'll be waiting till probably about 10 minutes, but always check your overflow. There we go. That's up to the overflow. Any leaks? Oh no, we look good. Beautiful. So now we can just dump that and test that waste pipe, make sure all that's okay. Right, let's let this water out. Let's just twist that. And that should open the plug. We'll get underneath here, get down on the floor. And make sure there's no leaks on any of that. So far so good. The bath all emptied, there you go. That is it, all fitted, all done. Ready now, I think the customer will come in and tile all this now. They haven't said when we're coming back to the toilet basin, fit shower screen shower. Well, I mean, we can do, but it depends whether they wanted to try and have a go themselves. We don't mind coming back. But yeah, that is the bath all done. Now we're supposed to be fitting the sliding door. However, we can't do the sliding door because we are waiting on box 1 of 2. There's 2 boxes of 2 of 2. We need box 1 of 2. Can't do nothing until that's been delivered, so it's supposed to be today and it's not coming today, so they said it'll be a few days. So yeah, unfortunately I don't think I'm going to be able to get back and fit that. Chris said he could come back, he's got a free day this week that he come back to it. I have got no 3 days now for a few weeks. So unfortunately I can't film that. Still managed to film a bath. So I hope that's helped you out on how to fit a bath. Yeah, that's all we're doing on this one, no sliding doors, but hopefully you took something from that. Thank you very much for watching, really appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one.